Yeah, hello guys, welcome to my next class of discrete mathematical structure. In this section or in this class, I'm going to discuss few problems about logical equivalence, how to prove compound propositions are logically equivalent without using truth table. Without using truth table means we are going to use some laws of logic, along with that negation of conditional and also inverse, converse and contrapositive definitions. With the help of that, how to prove that the given compound propositions are logically equivalent. Now, let us consider the first problem. P conditional with Q, conjunction of negation of Q, conjunction with R, disjunction with negation of Q. The entire thing is a compound proposition. It's logically equivalent. Negation of Q, disjunction with P. Now, one way you already studied, we already known that in my previous video, how to prove by using truth table. Here I am going to explain how to prove these two compound propositions are logically equivalent without using truth table, means with help of laws. If now I am going to take the solution, either I have to take left hand side of the compound proposition or right hand side of the compound proposition. This is just like A is logically equivalent to B. Now, better I to take left hand side because they are involving more number of compound propositions compared to the right hand side. Therefore, consider P conditional with Q, conjunction of negation of Q, conjunction with R, disjunction with negation of Q. Now, observe carefully here. Negation of Q is there here. Here also negation of Q. Here conjunction, here disjunction. Suppose we are to consider commutative law. Suppose interchange these two. Then I go for absorption law. What's absorption law says? P conjunction of P disjunction with Q logically equivalent to what? P only. P is absorbed Q. Therefore, now from the commutative law, this can be written as P condition with Q, conjunction of negation of Q, negation of Q, conjunction with negation of Q, because I'm going to use which one? Commutative law, negation of Q, disjunction with R. Commutative law. After that, we are going to use absorption law. From the absorption law, P condition with Q, conjunction of negation of Q, absorbed. Q, negation of Q is absorbed, R, absorption law. After that, observe carefully P condition with Q, conjunction of negation of Q. We don't have any laws to simplify directly. Without, we can't simplify directly. Don't write these two are not logically equivalent. Try to verify, try to do using some other alternative by using negation of conditional or what about converse definition, inverse definition, contrapositive. Now from the negation of condition, what's the negation of condition says? P condition with Q logically equivalent to negation of P disjunction with Q. Okay. From the negation of condition, this can be written as negation of P disjunction with Q. This is as itself negation, conjunction with negation of Q, negation of conditional. Conditional law. Okay, fine. Now, here having disjunction, here having conjunction, I go for distributive law. What is our distributive law says? If you want to, suppose you confuse, use commutative law, you interchange first. Now, this can also, from the commutative law, this can be written as negation of Q, conjunction with negation of P, disjunction with Q, disjunction with Q, disjunction with Q. Okay. In the next step, This is actually commutative. Commutative. Okay, fine. Now I go for distributive law. What is our distributive law? Says A conjunction of B disjunction with C is nothing but A conjunction with B disjunction of A conjunction with C. Okay, this is logically equivalent. Now this is logically equivalent to negation of Q conjunction with negation of P, disjunction of negation of Q, conjunction with Q. You compare both the things. Yeah? Clear? Now in the next step, this is what actually distributive law. Okay, fine. In the next step, from the De Morgan's law, this can be written as negation of Q disjunction with the P, disjunction of, from the inverse law, P conjunction of negation of P is nothing but what actually? F naught. You already know that where in set theory, A intersection of A complement is empty, A union of A complement is nothing but universal. In this case, empty is nothing but F naught, universal is nothing but T naught. T naught or T, both are must be same, is inverse law. Now we are using at the time De Morgan's law and inverse laws. Okay, fine. Now in the next step, from the identity law, negation of Q disjunction with P, this is from identity law. Yeah. Please try to understand that. Actually, I written this is actually F naught. This is not T naught. I told orally, but while writing that, I did mistake here. Okay, fine. Now, I'll write it. This is nothing but F naught. P conjunction with negation of P is nothing but F naught. Okay. This is identity law. This is what we are expecting. Therefore, what we are going to write the conclusion is, therefore, the given compound propositions are logically equivalent. Okay, this is a way to prove without using truth table with help of laws of logic. Okay, fine. I move to the next problem here. Yeah, I move to the next problem. The next problem is second problem. Open the flower bracket, negation of P, conjunction of negation of Q, conjunction with R. Close the flower bracket, disjunction of Q, conjunction with R, disjunction of P, conjunction with R. P conjunction with R. Okay. This is, I want to prove that this is logically equivalent to R. Now, as usual, we are going to take a left hand side and try to show that right hand side. Okay. Now, solution. Negation of P, conjunction of negation of Q, conjunction with R, disjunction of Q conjunction with R, disjunction of P conjunction with R. Okay. Now, see, observe, here having disjunction, here having disjunction. Whenever having two same connectivity, just like A disjunction of B disjunction C can also be written as A disjunction with B disjunction of C. Whenever having same connectivity, either disjunction or conjunction, There I had to use associative law. Either group these two or group last two or group A and C. Does not matter. That is, law is nothing but associative law. From the associative law, negation of P, conjunction of negation of Q, conjunction with R, disjunction of Q conjunction with R, disjunction of P conjunction with R. Okay, fine. In the next step, this which law I consider associative law. Okay, fine. In the next step, now observe why I did like that. I go for which law? Distributive law. What is distributive law says? We already know that A conjunction of B disjunction with C is nothing but what actually? A conjunction with B disjunction of A conjunction with C. Okay. Suppose you are confusing, first you have to interchange R by using commutative law. Otherwise, leave it as itself, choice of you. Now, if we want to do this, if suppose you are confused, first you have to write it in the standard form of distributive law. Now I am going to use commutative law. What we get? R conjunction with P. Okay, commutative law. Okay. In the next step, from the distributive law, this can be written as, here I am taking distributive law, simultaneously I am applying here associative law. Negation of P, conjunction with negation of Q, conjunction of R. Why I am using associative law? Because they are having same connectivity. I want to simplify further. R conjunction of Q disjunction with P. At that time, we are used associative and distributive laws. Okay, fine. In the next step, now from the De Morgan's law, this can be written as negation of P disjunction with Q, conjunction of R, disjunction of R, conjunction with Q, disjunction with P. From which law? De Morgan's law. Now observe here. Now further I go for again distributive law. Why? Because now observe carefully, inside the flower bracket they have a conjunction in both the cases. Both are connected with disjunction. Keep in mind, if you want to go for distributive law, inside the flower bracket must be having same connectivity. Outside they have a different. Suppose here disjunction in both the bracket, connectivity must be a conjunction. It's a combination of conjunction disjunction. Keep in mind, here this is my small bracket. Both must be having same connectivity. Outside different connectivity. Then only I go for distributive law. If you want to interchange R is a common. Otherwise you write it directly because you already know that familiar with distributive law. R conjunction of negation of P disjunction with Q, conjunction of Q disjunction with P. This is just like what actually P, what about the conjunction of, see I did mistake here, you observe here what I told, disjunction, it's not for conjunction, okay. See you compare this formula, which distribute what formula, A conjunction of B disjunction with C is nothing but A conjunction with B disjunction of A conjunction with C. Therefore, A conjunction of negation of P disjunction with Q, disjunction of C. C is what is? This is C. Q disjunction with P. This is just like P disjunction of negation of P is nothing but tautology. Just few minutes before I told A intersection of A complement is empty. A union of A complement is nothing but universal. Universal is nothing but our tautology. Phi is nothing but our contradiction. That's all. Now, from which law? This is distributive law. This is just like for this. From the inverse law, what we get? From the what about that inverse law? We get T naught. Inverse law. Okay. In the next step, from the identity law, this can be written as, this is logically equivalent to R identity law. Okay. Therefore, this is you are expecting, you get it. Therefore, what we are going to write? Therefore, the given compound propositions are logically equivalent. Suppose using all the laws, inverse, converse, contrapositive, and also negation of conditional, is not able to prove the A is logically equivalent to B, then you must and should have to give a counter example. Counter example means first you have to give suitable truth values of primitives of components of the given compound proposition. Using that, you try to show that this compound A is not equivalent to B. Otherwise, it's not correct. Whenever it's not logically equivalent, and also don't decide immediately it's not logically equivalent. You try all the possibility. Once it's not possible to prove that, then you have to give a suitable truth value for components or primitives of the compound proposition. Try to show that that is not logically equivalent. That is called counter example. Thank you very much for listening for this. In this class, I explained how to prove that without using truth table, the given compound propositions are logically equivalent. In the next class, we are going to discuss with the rules of inference. Thank you very much.